Hello everyone. In this video, I will show you how to install OpenLane on Ubuntu. In this case, I recommend the use of OpenLane 20. Uh, the computer must have minimum 4 cores and 4 GB of RAM. And the RAM memory is so important. And if you will working with complex project, I recommend minimum 16 GB of RAM and 8 cores. The number of cores will increase the speed in which we translate from Verilog to GDS2. Okay, so we will follow the book of type out process with open source tools. In this case, the chapter 1 is about OpenLane and the installation of OpenLane. So we will follow some commands, and others like Docker. We will follow the commands provided by Docker actually, because these commands probably are not updated. I wrote this manual like 1 year ago, so probably some of these command changes, but another not like this. So let's start updating our system. Then the command to upgrade, and now with this command we will install Python and Git. Okay, so we must to follow these three. Well, let's check this. We need to be careful with this. So let's continue with the installation of Python and Git, and actually the installation of Make. So we just paste the code, but be careful with this arrow. So the next step is to the installation of Docker. The easiest way to install OpenLane is through Docker. So if we go to the OpenLane documentation, they show us that actually we just need to download the repository and execute the make. But for that, we need to have Docker installed on our computer. So let's follow the Docker installation information, in this case for Linux. And we are working with Ubuntu. So let's follow the steps that they tell us. In this case, the prerequisite is the GNOME terminal. Actually, I think we have installed it, but let's continue. Get update and get install. At the end of the video, or I can at the end of the video, I will show you all the version of Docker. Install using the apt repository. Let's follow these steps. Actually, I have something like that in the guide here. and let's just copy and paste. The update, the apt-get install. I need to use uppercase. Oh, sorry. Let's install the Docker package, the latest version. And let's check if Docker was installed correctly. Okay, now with this hello world, oh well, hello Docker, we proved that Docker was installed correctly. So the next step is provide to Docker the administration access, because when we work with OpenLane, we need the root access or administration access. So we will follow these steps to do that. Okay. In this case, is manage Docker as non-root user. So let's follow these steps. In this case, tell us that Docker already exists, and let's give us the access. Okay, in this case, I'm running Linux on a virtual machine, so I will restart my system. But if you are running Ubuntu directly on your computer, I think you don't need to shut down. In this case, to restart your system. And then we will check that Docker has the administration access. In this case, the difference between the previous command, between this command and this, in this case, the sudo, with sudo we are executing the command as an administrator. So in this case, if we run Docker without the administration command, and if the root access will be given correctly, we will show the hello Docker, and here it is. So one time Docker is installed, in this case, I don't recommend follow the command of this subchapter. I recommend follow the command of the Docker webpage. Well, let's now follow the command of the OpenLane installation. Okay. We will go to OpenLane documentation. In this case, we have the prerequisites, and let's download the GitHub. In this case, I would like to download OpenLane on my desktop. Now we will go to OpenLane and we start the installation with the command make. We are following these commands. Now it's with Docker, the installation and the execution of OpenLane, it's too friendly. And now let's check if the installation of its OpenLane is working correctly with the command make test. Here we are executing each steps of the RTL2 GDS2 workflow. And we always start with the synthesis, floor planning, placement, routing, first is clock tree synthesis, then routing, and finally the last checks like power delivery network, layout versus schematic, etc. etc. So here we have that the flow was complete successfully. In this case, we will check the environment of OpenLane or its main folders, but the system that we are using to test is this SPM system, and here we can find the OpenLane test and the in this case, if we go to result final GDS2, we can find the GDS2 file. In this case, we don't have a software that can open a GDS file, but we will see on the course how we can see the GDS file and using another GUIs that OpenLane gives us. So this is everything for now. See you later.